Well, good morning. Welcome to Vision. I'm so glad to see you all here today. We have a lot to celebrate, and we're going to get right to it. Let's stand together and celebrate being together. 2, 3, 4.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now.
Mr. Jim Mooney.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. This is the day that God has made.
Yeah, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to break something else here today. What the heck? Good morning, Vision. How are you this morning? Feeling well? Feeling well? Oh, my God. Who was at that Pacific Church event last night? Wow. Look, and we got up and we're still here. I love it. We live here now. That's really... Uh-oh. What happened to me? Am I here? Am I on? Good. I'm good to go. You all look so beautiful. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you were there and here, right? You made it. Let's pray. Giving great thanks for this day, for the present moment, for being alive, for knowing the one life is God's life. It is the life that is flowing through us. There is one energy. There is one universal intelligence. It is the mind we think in and through and with. It is the energy that beats our heart and breathes our breath. It is the energy of spirit. And we know that there is only one, like the song said. There is only one. And we are some part of that one. We are an individualized thread in the tapestry of life. And no two alike. I give great thanks for that uniqueness, that individualization of the energy which is spirit flowing through us and as us into the world. And we come together to remember that, not only for ourselves, but for each other. Giving great thanks for this celebration, I simply let it be. And so it is. Yay. It was great fun. Oh my gosh. Is it online? Can people see it if they missed it? Yes, John says. Yes. Yay. Thank you, John Kirko. You can watch it if you missed it. It was just an amazing tribute to a church that was a legacy in San Diego that has birthed, right, all of the other, mostly all of the other centers for spiritual living here in San Diego, from, well, Midtown that became Universal, and downtown, which became, I think, San Diego Center, and Ohm, and I can't count all the rest of them. And of course, us here at Vision. So, it was quite a celebration. It really was. And just too much fun. I loved it. Too much fun. I want to tell you about our practitioners. We have practitioners here. Of course, they spend years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayers. I'd love the ministers and practitioners just to raise your hand. Look around the room. Here are the people who pray with us and for us all week. They know the truth for us when we have temporarily forgotten it or misplaced it, like our car keys. They help us come back to center. They bring us right back to center through prayer. And we remember who we are because of the work of the practitioners. So if you've come here with anything on your heart today, we have practitioners who will be up at the front of the room ready for prayer immediately after the celebration. Or you can go into one of the privacy rooms we have and have one-on-one prayer privately. For anything, for any reason, for any challenge, or if everything is wonderful. Is everything wonderful in your life? Absolutely. And if everything is wonderful, say more, please. That's the prayer. So come get prayer at the end of the celebration. We also have, wait a minute, let me get it. La, la, la. Is it here? Is it here? Oh, God, no. Tell me they were not. Shoot. It's not here. But if it were, it would be a welcome packet. Oh my God, look, here's Vanna right now. Thank you so much. We have welcome packets. They're in the front, in the lobby. They're over on the prayer table. They're by the back door. We have welcome packets. They tell you who we are as a spiritual community, that we're a Centers for Spiritual Living affiliation. We, the worldwide movement, Centers for Spiritual Living Worldwide. Everything you ever wanted to know about Vision is in here, and look at how thin and tiny it is. Not a lot of reading, but you'll get to know everything so you can pass the test next week. No, I'm kidding. But it's a wonderful way to get to know us better. Grab a guest packet, open it, look at it, read it, find out more about it. You'll fall in love with us. Everybody does. And there's also a greeting on the front. We're going to say it together right here, right now. You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. And we absolutely love saying that. We love saying that as a reminder for ourselves, for our guests, for our Vision community online, for you as well. And now that we've said it and we're getting that feeling, that lovely neighborly feeling, turn to a neighbor and say, glad you're here. Well, I'm going to turn it over to James Vandenberg now for our celebration singers to sing, along with us, the centering song to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Take it away, James.
We'll do it now.
God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love I am. Good morning. Lovely, lovely people. I'm Reverend Jane Phillips. I'm one of the staff ministers here at Vision, and it is my honor to lead us in our time of meditation. So I'll read today's quotes, and then we'll have 5 minutes of silence, and that will be followed by an affirmative prayer. So I just invite you right now to just kind of relax. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, and just take these words into your heart. Our first quote is from Khalil Gibran. Faith is an oasis in the heart which will never be reached by the caravan of thinking. And from Ernest Holmes, faith reunites us with the original creative spirit, the divine mind, which already exists at the center of our being. This kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of wholeness, is within. Our memorial candle is burning this morning in memory of Priscilla Dick. She was a founding member of Vision, a choir member, and just an incredibly beautiful soul. Priscilla made her transition this month, and so we hold her in our heart, knowing that her spirit continues on, moving up the eternal spiral of life. And we know that a new and wondrous life is unfolding as her right now, just as it awaits each of us on the continuation, on the continuum of this divine life. We also know the love, the wisdom, the joy, and the peace that shone throughout her life remains in the hearts and minds of all those who shared their lives with her. And so may those memories and this truth of eternal life bring comfort to her family and friends today and in the days to come. And so just again, feeling that presence, that power of the infinite, the divine, right here, right now. I know that God is all there is. This day, this moment, it's the gift that God is giving to itself, seeking only a greater expression of its joy, of its love, of its peace, through my life and through the lives of all of us. I know there is no place, no circumstance, no experience where God is not. Spirit resides always at our very center. The joy of God fills, radiates in and through each of us. And I know that I am one with this universal presence, this power, this love. It lives and breathes as me, with me, for me. It's my very essence. And as I know this for me, I know this for each one of us. Every person hearing my voice today and beyond, Spirit, the divine, is the source, the supply, the essence of all of our lives. And so knowing this, I speak my word for this community and for the world. I know this day is filled with abundant blessings, the blessings of love, of peace, of boundless joy. And I am knowing and feeling the shifting of the world right now, growing into a greater revelation of Spirit. I know the earth, the planet, the animal world, the seas, all of life within it, they're flourishing in harmony and balance with this divine life. And I know that every need is met, easily fulfilled. I know prosperity and abundant supply overflows endlessly and through each and every life. Our cups are filled and overflowing. And they are joyfully shared as it is received. I know the mold of divine wholeness resides in each and every body, each bone, muscle, organ, cell. It responds to that divine pattern, naturally aligning to the health and the well-being of that divine wholeness. And I know that we are absolutely blessed by our participation here today. Just abundantly supported, supplied in this dance of giving and receiving that we are. And so I am just so grateful for this truth and for this beautiful expression of Spirit that is Vision. So giving deep thanks for this experience, this truth, and for its perfect divine unfoldment, knowing that Spirit always says yes. So in gratitude, I release my word to the law, and I simply let it be, and so it is. Amen. And I invite you to help me to welcome our guest singer today. It's DevaVani.
Rolling river God, little stones are smooth, only once the water passes through. So I am a stone, rough and grainy still, trying to reconcile this river's chill. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Sometimes raging wild, sometimes swollen high. Never have I known this river dry. The deepest part of you is where I want to stay and feel the sharpest edges wash away. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Rolling river gone, little stones are smooth, only once the water passes through.
It's the 31st. Woo-hoo. It is the last talk of this month's theme, Divine Doubt. Right? You didn't doubt we would get through it, did you? We did. We got through Divine Doubt, boy, with questions and answers, and then sitting with our beliefs, then making choices and moving forward. We keep engaging with divine doubt and faith. We do that dance, divine doubt and faith. And we come to realize that divine doubt is actually, it helps us deepen in our faith. It doesn't destroy it, right? It's one of the tools that we have to deepen in our walk with Spirit. A faith that has never been questioned is often one that has been inherited or assumed or untested. So it's good that we have divine doubt. When doubt arises, it forces us to examine what we truly believe. You know, in a sense, it's like doubt is that personal trainer that you have. Really annoying sometimes, but helps you build strength. That's the way it is, you know, it helps us build our strength. It's uncomfortable a lot of the times, but that's what it does. Living in faith is waking up every morning and saying, God, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I hope you have notes, because that's what I'm needing, right? That's what I'm needing. It's walking through life with the confidence of someone who has misplaced the instruction manual, but always knows they can get tech support. Because that's what we do, right? That's really what prayer is. Come on, let's face it. Faith is saying, everything will work out. And doubt saying, are you sure? And faith says, no, but I'm willing to keep going. And so doubt says, okay, fine, I'll come with you. And really, that's what we do. According to religious science, living in faith is like walking through life with a strange confidence of someone who has peaked at the end of the book, right? That was always me, right? Someone who has peaked at the end of the book already knows how well it's going to come out and knows that the universe is working all things together, even in the midst of, like, our car not starting, or the check not clearing, or the things that go on, right? Or your house plants are making their transition, you know, that sort of thing, right? But you still have faith, right? You still hold faith. We still believe. St. Augustine said, faith is to believe what we do not see. The reward of that faith is to see what we believe. That's lovely. That's what we're talking about. That's really the philosophy, isn't it, of religious science. We believe it first, and then it shows up in the manifest universe. Living in faith means praying for patience, and then being totally surprised when you're behind the slowest driver on earth, right? We don't get patience, we get opportunities to practice patience. According to religious science, we steep ourselves in possibility rather than fear, right? We look at our lives through the lens of possibility rather than fear. It's not pretending everything is perfect. We don't do that, but it's remembering that everything is temporary. Everything in the physical world changes. It's a condition, and problems do not get the final vote. We live from the assumption that God is all there is. The universe is intelligent. God is present everywhere. Thoughts matter. Thoughts are things, they matter. Love is stronger than fear. Great, and sounds very, very spiritual, you know, until you've had like 3 flat tires in 1 month, and then you start wondering what's going on. But Ernest Holmes said this. He said, we must continue in faith until our whole mental life, both conscious and subjective, responds. If we pray, we must believe that Spirit is both willing and able to make the gift. But since Spirit can only give to us what we can take, and since the taking is a mental act, we must train our mind to believe and to accept. This is the secret of the power of prayer. And that's it. And we could all go home right now because he told us that's the secret. Living in faith in our tradition means to remember we are spiritually connected to divine intelligence all the time, all the time. that our thoughts are creative, that gratitude changes us. Gratitude changes our outlook. And doom scrolling for hours on Facebook, again, not a religious science spiritual practice, doesn't help. And people in our philosophy, we have affirmations, right? And so our affirmation is infinite abundance flows through me. Everybody have one of those? I have an infinite abundance affirmation. Infinite abundance flows through me. And then we immediately hang up and we check our bank balance, right? Hello, what's going on? And then we say, anytime, spirit, right? Any minute, just kind of make with the manifestation. And that is a beginner's faith. And then we deepen into it because doubt says, really? Do you really believe you're in the flow of infinite abundance? Do you really? And a deeper faith responds, I still have questions, but I'm hanging out. I'm choosing to trust until I learn. That's what we do. It's a process. Living in faith doesn't mean not ever having problems. Anybody here not ever have problems? I want to learn from you. Right? Living this faith philosophy of ours doesn't mean never having problems. It means not letting doubt drive your car. We can have doubt, just make it sit in the back seat. You can even let doubt complain. That's fine. Let it complain. But keep it off the steering wheel. Faith has the steering wheel. A person living in faith sort of sounds like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know when this is going to work out. I don't even know why it's taking so long. But our faith says, I refuse to believe the universe has taken me this far just to put me on hold. Faith makes us hang in there. And many people assume faith and doubt are opposites, and they're not. They coexist, right? A healthy doubt brings a deeper faith. They interact with each other. The opposite of faith is certainty. Certainty cannot be questioned. Certainty is the refuge people retreat into because they don't want to be questioned, right? Doubt is the student that always raises their hand in class. Always has their hand up. And faith is the teacher who doesn't mind the questions. And that's how we grow deeper in our faith. Teachers like Ernest Holmes and Charles Fillmore taught that faith is not a passive wishing. It's more like spiritual cooperation. You don't just sit on the couch declaring abundance, la 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 la, declaring abundance, while ignoring your overpaid electric bill, or like I said, putting the smiley face sticker over the check engine light, I'm not here and it's not on, right? Or hoping angels have the account to your Venmo. This doesn't work. Ernest Holmes said, just because we are depending on divine mind, we must not think that we don't have to do our share. God will work through us if we let it, but we must act in the outer as though we were sure of ourselves. Our part is to believe and then act in faith. So that's what we do. A life of faith in our faith philosophy looks like praying before reacting. Oh, you know how that works. Sometimes we react, then we pray, then we respond, and then we have to apologize, and it goes on. It's just ugly. So it's praying before reacting, trying to see the possibilities instead of the disasters, speaking kindly to yourself. Anybody have a problem with that one? Anybody have a challenge with that one? Man, sometimes we can talk to ourselves like we wouldn't even talk to our friends, right? Talking kindly to ourselves. Acting with trust before the proof even appears. And attempting to maintain inner peace while being on hold for an hour and a half. The goal is not pretending that life is perfect. It's learning to meet life with the assumption that something larger, something wiser, and something more loving is living within us. and is guiding us beneath appearances. And perhaps the funniest part of living in faith is that some of us spend years and years and years wanting for divine guidance and wanting a sign and wanting to look for divine guidance. And then we receive it and then we go, no, not exactly what I was thinking of, right? We want second opinions. We all want to work for God, but only as consultants. Faith smiles and says, but you told me you wanted adventure. No, I wanted direct deposit. Spirit says, well, you got a great story to tell. Okay, all right. Where is all this taking us, though? All this faith taking us. Emma Curtis Hopkins. It always goes back to Emma Curtis Hopkins, doesn't it? I think it always does. She said, God, the omnipotent good, works through the word of faith, works through the word of truth. Get to speaking the word of truth from the first to the last statement, and God will be found working for you and through you with its almighty power. And she had gone on to say in her lessons, God does not hear the words of prayer that are not truth. God just does not hear it if you are not speaking truth. And that is God calling now, by the way. God will not hear the words if they are not truth. And what is truth? All that. What is truth? Love and wisdom and power and beauty and joy. This is what we find when we work through our doubts and our questions. We get to find truth. We get to the truth. New Thought teachers, and I know you're out there, we emphasize that questioning is not failure of faith. It's part of growing our faith. It's part of the process. Emphasize that questioning is not a failure. It can be part of the process, moving us all the time, right? From secondhand beliefs to first-hand experiences, spiritual understanding. And sometimes the question, what am I going to do with my life? Anybody have one of those anytime? What am I going to do with my life? And life responds, for now, do today's work faithfully. That's it. Sometimes we want a 5-year plan. How well did that go last time? We receive the next step. Martin Luther King, I always remember that quote. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. We must stay present in the moment. When facing uncertainty, all we need to ask is, what do I do today? What value can guide me today? What action can I take today? You may not know where the road ends. You may not know where it's going, but you can usually see the next step. You can see the next few feet. It's like driving at night. Your headlights don't light up the entire road from beginning to your destination. They only light up the next couple of yards, the next couple of yards, the next couple of yards. That's how we move. So instead of asking, why haven't I gotten my answer yet? Faith asks, what is this question teaching me? What is this question revealing to me? Some questions teach patience. The slow guy in front of you on the freeway. Some questions teach humility. Some teach trust. Some questions, question assumptions maybe that need re-examining by you. Assumptions you have made maybe about yourself or about your life that maybe need re-examining. Maybe they're not truth. Maybe they're just things you believed about yourself. That great prayer, God, give me clarity. And God says, hey, how about some character development instead? Right? Something different. Not the answer we ordered, but the one that arrives. That happens. Some of our answers are experiences. They're not even words. They're not thoughts. They're experiences we needed to go through. Unanswered questions are like Christmas presents. Early ones. The ones you shake? What's in here? What's in there? What is in there? And we spend all of our time shaking the box, and faith says, when it's time, you'll know. When it's time, you'll know what's inside. Living with those unanswered questions, it just means kind of surrendering to like finding out when Spirit's ready for us to find out. It means accepting that understanding sometimes arrives in stages. Maybe we don't always have that water to wine moment. We're given pieces of it at a time, accepting that little by little we'll get it. We continue learning, we continue acting, we continue growing, we continue paying attention, and occasionally, years later, we look back and realize this was not a question I was meant to solve. This was a question that was meant to slowly shape me. And there's that old story about faith and doubt walking together. I don't know if you heard it. But doubt says, are we going the right way? And faith says, I think so. And doubt says, you think so? That's all you've got? You think so? And faith says, yeah. Doubt says, that's your big plan? You think so? And faith said, no, my big plan is to keep walking. Thomas Merton said, you do not need to know precisely what's happening. Thank God, right? Because who does? You don't need to know precisely what's happening or exactly where this is all going. What you need to recognize is the possibilities and the challenges offered by this present moment, and to embrace them with courage and faith and hope. A faith that has survived honest doubt carries with it a quiet confidence, not because we have all the answers, but because we have learned how to live with the unanswered questions. That, my friends, is faith. Thank you.
Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I'm ready for my next thing to do. I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone, 'cause it'll never return. And I think I've finally learned to bring it on.
now is our time for conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to really throw ourselves in the river of God's abundance and to practice the truth, the principle that God is abundance and we are that. So that we know we stay in the flow of giving and receiving, and we know that we cannot outgive God, for Spirit is forever giving of itself to its creations. We are that. Let's pray. I give great thanks for the abundance that flows, knowing that abundance is a quality of God. It flows through us, to us, as us, and then on to other people, places, and things that support us in ways too numerous to count. We know that our understanding of God as abundance reveals itself in everything around us, from leaves on trees to blades of grass to grains of sand. We see the abundant nature of God in all things, and so we know we are part of that abundance. And I give great thanks for this, because as we give freely and generously and gratefully, we do receive. We stay in that river of God's abundance, and we receive mightily. For Spirit is forever giving to its creations, and we are that. So with love and joy, we simply rest in the truth, knowing it is so. And so it is.
And so it is.
Minute to share with you. Yay, don't you love it when people email me and I get to share? I just think it's so much fun. This one is from Anne. She said, I've been experiencing a high lipid panel for a while, and I've been resisting taking statin drugs. Well, who doesn't? Anyway, I made lifestyle changes since January, and the numbers have been coming down. We requested some scans to be done to see what it looks like on the inside, and the family physician refused, saying I don't qualify for the tests, yada, yada. And we've all been there as well, haven't we? Anyway, she said she refused to take the statins. She said, over my dead, emaciated body. Oh, that's just dreadful. Holy moly, Annie. Okay, anyway, being me, I found a wonderful functional medicine doctor who was delightful. She ordered the blood tests and the work and the tests that she wanted, and checked down the insides and got the results, met with the new doctor. She was giddy over the results. She said, oh my God, you've got the insides of a 20-year-old. You know, it's wonderful stuff to hear. Anyway, no, appearance of anything. And so she said she wants to be her. I love that, when doctors want to be you, right? Anyway, amazing, lots of energy and light. And she said she would just love to have Anne speak to some of her other patients, right? We want to be happy in our aging. So she said she's going to send those results to her HMO doctor. I love it. And she said, and I'm going to try really hard not to say neener, neener, neener. But prayer works, declaring health, declaring divine guidance, listening when it comes, and taking action from what one hears is really how prayer works. I love this teaching and I love this community. Thank you, Anne, for that compliment. You know, it is all God. It is. It is all God, and it is all good. And now it is time for the last word. Bye, Johnny Kirko.
Whole can of worms with this with Josh and the music now.
I love it.
Hello, everybody online. We continue our meet and greet right after our celebration. Join us for a community of people from all over the world. Like to say hi. We do have a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer, so join us. Tomorrow night, we have a class starting with Reverend Gene Phillips. Reverend Gene, tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, so infinite you as the universe. So this is your last chance. You need to sign up. It starts tomorrow night. It is an incredible certificated class that will deepen your spiritual practice and help you discover new tools for conscious living. We're using this little book by Ernest Holmes, this thing called You. It's small, but it's mighty, right? And James, this is his favorite as well.
It's the one I tell everyone, if the textbook is intimidating, I always tell them, start there. This is like talking to a friend. I mean, this is Ernest at his most down-to-earth, conversational. I love it.
Thanks. Yes, all true, all true. And you can be part of this, right? So if you're looking for spiritual growth, fresh inspiration, and some practical tools, this is the class you want. It runs for 6 weeks. It's on Zoom, so you don't even have to leave your house. Nice. Starts tomorrow night, June 1st at 6 o'clock. And for more information, just sign up on the website, and I hope you can join us. Thanks.
Thank you, Reverend Gene.
I just want to put in a plug for the class, because if you just finished the foundations class, this is a lovely, lovely next step. It is also certificated. If you are thinking about being on that practitioner path, this is a class you'll need. That's it. Okay, that's all I
Thank
want
you,
to say.
Reverend Patty. I love the extra info. Wednesday night is movie night, and the diversity team is hosting that, so they're making the popcorn. So it better be darn good, huh? Come on up, Nancy. Come on up. You got to get up here. Come on. I'm going to talk till you get up here. Come on.
I can't run up like Reverend Gene. Someday I will. Okay, so diversity team would like to welcome everyone to celebrate Gay Pride the month of June and July. So what's happening is in July, we're going to do the San Diego Gay Pride Parade. Vision's going to participate again as usual. And I want everyone to save the date. It's July 18th, and more to come on that. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to present a movie Wednesday at 7 o'clock. It's called Outstanding, A Comedy Revolution. Is the first feature-length documentary to explore the history of queer stand-up comedy. Yay! Yay! Yeah! The documentary considers the importance of LGBTQ+ stand-up as a driver of social change over the past 5 decades, actively reflecting and challenging cultural forms, norms, and values. Ultimately, the film reveals the queer comedians, whether they intended to or not, help change the world one joke at a time. So come join us. We're going to have popcorn, and you're all going to have a gay old time.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. It's announcements by committee today. So Gourmets for God. We getting excited about Gourmets for God here, huh? Come on up, Rich. So Rich is heading this up.
We are doing fantastically. Just to let you know, we've already raised almost $5,200 in bids. 3 quick things. We have 11 events. 6 of them still have seats available at the first round of open bidding. 5 are at the auction level, meaning that there's at least one bid in every available seat. So if you want to continue in that, you're going to be in competitive bidding, which is great because everything becomes a donation. Number 2, I have verified for some of the people who are questioning with the auction house software administrator, all of our personal information and data is entirely secure and safe. There is no marketing or sales of our data. It's used strictly to inform you when you've won a bid or you have been overbid, and it's shared with Vision so we can set up the bid donation at the end of the auction. Third, bidding is going to continue until noon next Sunday. At that point, the system will automatically lock, notify all the bidders, and begin asking you how you want to settle your donation. But for those of you who are in an active bid, keep aware that you can be outbid in the last 5 or 10 minutes. That does happen. People will sandbag and wait until the very end. So keep an eye on your bid if you're able to, either in person or online, because the system will automatically lock at noon precisely and award the bids to the top bidders in each category. What we'd like to do is highlight a few of the open auctions right now, and Reverend Patti, John, and Ann DiNapoli, if you'd like to make your way up to the front, just to say a few words about what their event is.
We're waitresses. Up there, can you see us? Waitress the movie. We're going to be making and serving pies. Cute outfits, right? Pink outfits, little aprons. We're going to do the whole thing, aren't we? Janet, hospitality, and Rich and Larry and myself, we're going to be doing waitressing. And so all we're serving is pies. For dinner, they will be dinner. There'll be savory pies. Not those kinds of savory pies. Not the... Yeah, shepherd's pie, not the kind of, what was his name, Sweeney Todd, not those kinds of meat pies. Not those, but like just regular, savory pies, like shepherd's pie, quiche, things like that. So, and then for dessert, we'll have dessert pies. It's going to be all pie all night. You're going to love it. And then we're going to show the movie Waitress. It's going to be fabulous. Come, it'll be a nice little diner. We'll have the tables set up just waiting for you. Bid.
And ours is a Model A ride and picnic at Miramar Lake. And it's a 1929 Murray sedan, so it seats 5 of us. And we had a lot of fun last year. I do the 1920s picnic food, potato salad, chicken, all of that, Jell-O salad, whatever. And I'm looking for someone who'd like to make it with me or for me. So let me know if you're, Anyway, so we had a lot of fun last year, and so join us in that.
Thank you, Ann. All right, so now there's a bunch of crazy people who are bidding this Rhea Carey Christmas show. And Kim and Dre have just turned this into a monster show over there. But I want you to know, I'm first of all the originator of the Rhea Carey concert. Second of all, I'm doing it again this year. So we're doing it in July. I've got openings at ours at the opening bid, not whatever their crazy number is. I'm not selling you or anything right now. Rhea Carey going to be here with Rainey. They're going to be doing, it's by request. So first we're going to have a pasta bar. I'm going to have all kinds of pasta and wonderful food for you to eat. Then Rhea's going to do a private concert for you first. And it'll be about a half hour or so. And then we're going to bring the rest of the crowd in who wants to come and be a part of the Rhea Carey concert. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Bid off, then bid, what's 11:03? Oh, thank you very much, Rich. I'm in charge, damn it. But come and
After 6 years, I had to do that. So for everyone that doesn't have a bid up yet, John's event, Patty's event, and my event, which is a campfire dinner, all have open seating at the first level, so come on in and join the crowd. It'll be a lot of fun, and please go get a seat at our table.
Thank you, Rich. Rich has done a lot of work behind the scenes to get this all set up, and the program that we're using is really, really cool, so it makes it a lot easier for us. It's the end of the month, so we're going to be honoring a volunteer team, and today our volunteer coordinator, Liz Berg, wants to talk about it.
Good morning, Sweet Vision. So this month we are highlighting the AV team. So if you've ever arrived early for an event or for service and these doors were shut, that is because the AV team and the musicians are getting everything prepared behind the scenes so everything runs smoothly for when you come in the door. And they often show up hours early to do this. The folks who do the slides, they have to master the computer, they have to put all the slides together in the right order, sometimes negotiating changes at the last minute, sometimes navigating perhaps a fill-in last word person who gets things out of order. So they're really on it, and they're making everything, all the lyrics for the songs at the right time for us. They do a fabulous job. The lighting folks have to adjust for all the different events. Sometimes the lighting's very different for the different events, making sure Patti looks stunning as always. And the camera folks, they are watching, if you watch online, you will notice that the camera goes to the close-up to the person behind the lectern, to the musicians, maybe a soloist, the guest artists, the celebration singers, the choir. So they're just kind of bebopping around. So it's very focused, and it makes sense. So there's a lot more than we think that's going on. And then finally, the sound folks, boy oh boy. They're tasked with making sure that whoever's speaking sounds clear, and that each band member here, they can hear one another, and they can hear the choir or the celebration singer. And because they have monitors that feed back to them, they got to make sure that the sound goes right out to you, or the sound goes right out to the online people. Hi, online people. So it's quite a lot of dance. It's really kind of a combination of engineering and art and a wee bit of magic. So I'm going to name all the people who come here. You know, we have a nice sized team, but there's just a few each Sunday. So at the end, we can give them some love. So we have Adrian, we have Brian, Brett, Joey, John, Art, and Betty. Let's give them some love.
And they all drive me nuts. And I love them dearly. How about DevaVani today, huh? It's our first time having DevaVani with us, and it's a treat. Thank you very much. I wanted to say, yesterday at the Pacific Church thing we saw videos and pictures. I mean, Eileen was singing in 1994. DevaVani was singing. All the pictures. It's really cool to see. Andy had dark hair. I mean, there was a lot going on back then. Billy Francis. I want to, thank everybody who put that together. It was really wonderful. Cindy May, Billy, Shirley, Victoria. It was a really fantastic day. So thank you, everybody who was a part of that. And the phones are going off today. Next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk title is "This is the Way," and we have Daniel Tucker in the Vision House Band. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Stand up, and we're going to say our affirmations. They're on your bulletin. They're on the front of your bulletin. They're up on the big screen. Oh, yay, whatever. Okay, we're here to do this. I'd love the practitioners and the ministers to come up front. Be ready for prayer at the end of celebration. Okay, you ready? You with me? You've got them in hand? You ready? Okay, let's do this. I release what was, surrender what is, and have faith in what will be. I find strength in quieting my soul and trusting God's plan. With faith, courage, and persistence, I can achieve anything. Oh, I'm in love with that third one. Can we say that again? With feeling, it flows through us and as us in the world. Everything that God is, all of those qualities of God flow through us, and we get to believe, embody, and demonstrate them. And to the extent that we do, we absolutely achieve results. I give great thanks for Spirit in action through us and as us in the world, being the change the world desires, being that light that is just so attractive to others, to transform their lives through this practical spirituality. In gratitude, with love and joy, I simply let it be. And so it is.
So it is.